Hey, what's up guys? I'm Steve Wells. Today I want to talk a little bit about something you may have noticed in some of my other videos because I'm wearing it all of the time, and that is my Garmin Instinct watch. So this is actually only the second Garmin watch I've ever owned. The first one so it was released in around 2014, so I probably had it for 5 maybe years before I decided to upgrade, not because there was anything wrong with it, but just because I wanted the new technology, and that is the Garmin Forerunner 15. I was sick of plugging into my computer to sync it because that was before Bluetooth was really around to do that kind of thing, and also I was starting to do longer runs, and if I started a run with this guy fully charged, I would be about 4 hours in before it would die on me. Whenever I was shopping around for watches, I wanted something with a really good battery life, something that was pretty durable that I could just wear all of the time, wear it as a normal watch, but also do all of my activity tracking on it. Since I had had such a good experience with the Garmin brand before, with how long that watch lasted, how durable it was for me, I wanted to go with them again, but either they would be below the specs that I wanted or above the price that I wanted, and it was kind of difficult finding something that was kind of in the middle for me. The Instinct actually passed under my radar for quite a while because I was looking at more of their running focused watches, so like the Forerunner line, even like the Phoenix and older versions of the Phoenix I was thinking about trying to get. But then I heard about the Instinct, which essentially has a lot of the features of the Phoenix, but in kind of a little bit cheaper, more basic package. Not to say less quality, but not going to have that colored screen and the sapphire display and all of that stuff like the Phoenix does. So there are plenty of videos out there that will go through every single menu setting, every single feature that this watch has to offer. I want to look more at like the hardware itself of the watch, why it is practical for me as a runner, because since I am using it primarily for running, I'm not using every single feature that this watch has to offer on a daily basis. But there are a couple things about this watch that I specifically want to talk about, why I bought it, why I'm really happy with it. And the first one is the battery life. So during my 50 mile that I have other videos about, so go check them out if you haven't. But during that race, I had this watch in full GPS mode with heart rate, everything turned on, not trying to necessarily save any battery, started the day with a full charge. 14 hours later, I was down to about 1 bar of battery left. That's pretty much what the battery life reads out on their website. So they say 16 hours in full GPS mode. I could definitely see it going farther than that, but I took it up to 14 hours, had 1 bar left. So 16 hours in full GPS mode. If you're out there for more than 16 hours, it does have ultra track mode, which essentially gets rid of heart rate, gets rid of a couple other things, will track you a little bit more periodically, so it's not going to be as accurate of a tracking, but you can get up to 60 hours in the ultra track mode. And then looking at battery life day-to-day use, they say that if you're just in regular watch mode, you're going to get about 2 weeks. With tracking my daily activities, I usually get a week to a week and a half out of a charge before I'm down to like 1 bar and feel like I need to charge it up a little bit. So another reason this watch is pretty cool is because you can track lots of different sports on it. So I'm not going to list off every single one, but you can do running, obviously, which is what I wanted it for, lap swim, open water swim, biking, indoor biking, elliptical, pretty much any sport you can think of. They're actually coming out with a new tactical edition of this watch, which I won't be needing. But if you skydive, it's gonna have the Jumpmaster Sport on there, that will track that kind of stuff for you. Another thing that I love about this watch is the durability of it. So heat, shock, and water tested, waterproof up to 100 meters. So that's one thing that is really important to me whenever I'm looking at a watch. I don't want to be running in the rain thinking, is my watch gonna die because of this water? I want to be able to jump in a pool, hop in the shower with my watch on, and not have to worry about it. So this watch is rated up to 100 meters, which is good enough for me if I'm ever more than 100 meters underwater and I wasn't planning on it. I'm not worried about my watch. So another big factor for me when looking at this watch was the price of it. I was looking at like $935 at the time, like now $945. So that's probably around like $600 depending on where you're getting it. Phoenix, which is, depending on which one you get, like $800 up to $1,000. And this watch actually comes in at $300. So for all of the features that you're getting in this watch, it's not meant to be pretty, it's not meant to be flashy, it's just meant to be purely functional, and that is what I was looking for when I was looking for a watch. This watch does have a lot of the features that some of the other watches have, so you can read your text on there, you can look at emails, you can see if someone Snapchatted you, that kind of thing. Links to InReach and some of the dog things that that Garmin has to offer. So some things that I am not too crazy about with this watch. First thing is the screen that's on it. So black and white, which is not too big of a deal for me, but what's kind of weird about it is just the fact that it's square and the face of the watch is a circle. So I think that that was kind of a durability and price saving thing, which I'm happy that I'm having a more durable watch and not paying as much. But it does look a little bit weird whenever you're looking at that square screen inside of the round face. So going along with this square black and white screen here, you actually can't use Garmin IQ on this watch, which is a little bit of a drawback for me. If you're not familiar with Garmin IQ, essentially, biggest thing is downloading different watch faces onto your watch to make it look a little bit different, customize it, that kind of thing, which you're not able to do on this watch. It does have a couple different pre-programmed faces on it that you can customize with different fields, but it's not going to look as pretty whenever you're wearing it as a normal watch as some of the other watches that have Garmin IQ on them. So I hope this video has been helpful. If you're thinking about getting this watch or comparing it to other watches, if you have any other questions about this watch in particular or other Garmin watches, go ahead and leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to get back to you on that. But for now, I hope you are liking and subscribing down below this video, and I will see you guys next week.